I was going to either say former Eagles enemy or perhaps always Eagles enemy, Michael Irvin. But he says a lot of pro-Eagles things. And Michael Irvin, who's very entertaining, he really is he's a great, commentator, analyst, all that stuff. We've had him on the show. He's my opinion of...
There was a player a little while ago, excuse me.
That's right, when he burped in our show. My opinion of the playmaker has changed over time. He really thinks Myles Garrett to the Eagles would just be unbelievable. Let's listen to the way Michael Irvin yesterday on television laid it out.
Let me tell you something. The thought of getting Myles Garrett.
Oof, my goodness.
And I don't know what you got to give up to get a Myles Garrett. But the thought of a Jalen Carter and a Myles Garrett on a defensive line, it's just scary for the NFL. Reminds me of a Reggie White and a Jerome Brown back in the day. We had an offensive lineman when we were getting ready to play Reggie White and Jerome Brown. The dude came over and just said, I'm out. They said, what's wrong with you? He said, I'm hurting somewhere in here. All I know is I'm not playing because that guy, they intimidated him so much. This would be scary for the league. The thought of them getting Myles Garrett.
It's pretty well presented, John.
That's awesome.
Right?
We're so good that we hurt everyone's feelings.
I love
People are going to be tapping out of games before it starts.
Yeah, that's how
I don't
good.
want anything to do with those guys.
What do you do? What do you do? The defense, the way that an offense tries to scheme the protections is, you can devote an extra guy or two to stop a special player. And we've got one in Jalen Carter, and he's only going to get more special.
Yeah, yes.
So what do you do when you add another player of that caliber or greater?
I was trying to
I'm saying greater.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah.
Of that caliber or greater. What we're talking about here, Myles Garrett is the best defensive player in the NFL. The best. He was Defensive Player of the Year in 2023, and then most recently Patrick Surtain, different kind of player, very different kind of player. He is the type of player that we need. He is the exact player that we need, and he's the best at it in the world. And he wants to play for a winner, a team who has a chance to do this thing. I love the fact that he'll bring additional focus in. Like his sole focus is he wants to win a world championship. Okay. Let's see how he views this with blinders on.